I had just moved into a small, older apartment complex. The kind of building where the walls creak, the floorboards groan, and the smell of age hangs in every corner. I was excited for my first place alone, thinking it would be safe, private, mine. It started innocently. I was hanging a lamp in my living room, standing on a chair, when I noticed a faint outline in the ceiling. A small rectangular section that didn't match the rest of the plaster. Curious, I pressed on it. The edges were slightly loose. I pushed harder, and the panel gave way. My heart skipped a beat. A hidden crawl space. I pulled out a flashlight from my drawer and shined it up there. Dust floated in the air, and the space was cramped, just enough to crawl through. At first, I thought maybe it was a storage space the previous tenants never used. But as I leaned closer, I saw it, something inside. Not moving, not even breathing, or at least not obviously. Just darkness, and the feeling that something was aware. I stepped back, trying to calm myself. Maybe it was a piece of furniture pushed up there, or maybe my imagination. But I couldn't shake the feeling I was being watched. I told myself it was probably a raccoon or a stray animal that somehow got in through the old vents. Over the next few days, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Every creak in the ceiling, every thump or whisper of movement, set my nerves on edge. At night, I would lie in bed, staring at the ceiling panel, imagining shadows moving above me. One evening, I worked up the courage to pull the panel open again. I shined my flashlight into the crawl space. It was empty. Dusty, old insulation, a few spider webs, but empty. I exhaled, relief washing over me. But that relief didn't last. The following night, I woke up to the faint sound of scratching. Not on the floor, not in the walls, above me. Slow, deliberate scratches, like someone was moving something heavy, creeping closer to the edges of the panel. I froze. My apartment had no upper neighbors. Nothing could explain it, except someone, or something, inside that crawl space. I installed a small camera aimed at the ceiling panel, hoping to catch the source of the noise. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every creak, every groan of the building, made my chest tighten. The next morning, I reviewed the footage. My stomach dropped. There, recorded in the dead of night, was a figure crouched inside the crawl space. A person. Thin, pale, eyes glinting in the beam of my flashlight, staring directly down at the camera. I felt sick. How long had they been in there? How did they get in? And most importantly, why were they hiding above my living room? I called the police. They searched the building. Nothing. No signs of entry. No evidence that anyone had been in my apartment besides me. The scratching continued for a few nights. Finally, I decided I couldn't live like this anymore. I borrowed a ladder from a friend, flashlight in hand, heart racing. I pushed the panel open. Slowly, carefully, I climbed up into the crawl space. The air was musty, thick with dust. My flashlight beam scanned the narrow space. Empty. But then I noticed something. A small bundle of personal belongings, an old backpack, a blanket, some cans of food. It looked like someone had been living up there, watching me. And that's when I heard it, a low, raspy whisper, right behind me. "Why are you up here?" I spun around. Nothing. Just the cramped darkness and the flickering beam of my flashlight. I scrambled down the ladder, slammed the panel shut, and called the police again. This time, they believed me. They found traces of forced entry from the roof, a way someone had been sneaking in without anyone knowing. But by the time they checked the building, the intruder was gone. I moved out a few weeks later. The apartment felt tainted, unsafe. I still wonder who it was, how long they had been watching me from above, and what they would have done if I hadn't discovered the crawl space. Even now, years later, whenever I enter an apartment or house, I instinctively check the ceiling panels, the vents, any hidden space where someone could be watching. That feeling of being watched, it never truly goes away.